All right, welcome everyone. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing significantly higher SSI checks from a recent announcement, and yes, this does pertain to supplemental security income. That's the focus of the video. Let's get into it and talk through all the details. All right, now first off, just to reiterate, this video is specifically dedicated to SSI, supplemental security income, and the roughly 8 million beneficiaries who do receive these benefits every single month. Now, if you're somebody receiving other Social Security benefits like retirement, SSDI, survivors, or spousal, this video also does pertain to you and your monthly benefits, but the numbers I'm talking about here in this video may not pertain to your benefit all that much. However, I do have a video from yesterday that I posted that actually does pertain to all of these other Social Security beneficiaries. Feel free to check that one out as well, and again, you'll see a lot of insight in that one. But when it comes down to SSI, yes, this pertains to you and your monthly benefit as well. I want to break down the details of this announcement and what we are projecting as far as how much benefits will be increasing, which means more money in your pocket, more money in your bank account, or more money on your Direct Express card as a result of increasing benefits from this report. So let me share with you exactly what is going on here and how this is translated into significantly more money based on the trajectory right now and what the projections are based on this information. Let's talk through the details. However, really fast before we get into it, can I ask a huge favor of you? If you have not done so yet, will you please make sure to subscribe to the channel by hitting the subscribe button right down below the video. It's totally free to do so. I'm here for you every single day. I'm doing the research, watching the headlines, advocating on your behalf, doing anything I possibly can to help you out in any way that I can right now. I get it. It's rough out there. Financially, most people are in a very difficult situation right now and have been for the last couple of years, and higher benefits right now would be very advantageous and beneficial to virtually everybody because everybody needs more money. Let's just say it how it is, right? So again, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. Again, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so, totally free, and feel free to share the video with your friends on social media as well. There's a share button right down below. Thank you. I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching, and let's talk through the details about this. All right, so a couple days ago, we got the all-important inflation report. In fact, I had a live stream out right away talking about that as it was hitting the wire, okay? I talked through the details about it, but if you did not see that live stream, or maybe you did, that's fine too, but I want to break this down and let you know what this means for your SSI benefit as of right now and the projections. Now, I want to make it very clear so that there's no confusion about this. As of right now, to be 100% fair, this inflation report has no impact whatsoever on your SSI benefit or any Social Security benefit. This one does not matter, as in it does not impact your benefit. However, why would I talk about such a thing then? Well, here's why. Because we get these inflation reports once per month, and we know that a few months out from right now, as we're talking, as in July, August, and September, will actually indicate how much your raise is going to be next year for your monthly benefit. My point is, these inflation reports, even though this one does not matter, as in it does not directly impact your benefit, it does matter because we're seeing inflation ticking higher pretty significantly over the last few months here. So my point is, as we continue to see this inflation moving higher, it simply means this is leading up to a pretty significant raise based on this information here and the trajectory of inflation and based on what they're looking like right now, okay? So the numbers I'm going to break down for you here in this video and give you exact numbers as far as what it would look like based on these projections from this inflation report. If we continue to extrapolate this out over the next 4, 5, 6, 7 months here, when we get into those very important months when it comes down to calculating your raise to benefits, this raise may be much higher than we were anticipating just a couple months ago at the beginning of the year, okay? My point is, this is still important. Even though this report right here does not directly tie to your monthly benefit, it is still important because it's giving us a trend. That's the point here, is we're looking at the trend. Where's the trend going? Higher. It's an uptrend, okay? So that's the point about this, okay? So before we get into this any further here, let me give some real numbers and then we can talk about the details of this, okay? So right now, obviously, as an SSI beneficiary, the maximum you can get as an individual is $943 a month, and as a married couple, the most you can get is $1,415 a month. That's the maximum, okay, for a single individual and a married couple receiving SSI, okay? Now, those are the maximum benefits. However, every year, you know that your benefits are adjusted higher, or they possibly stay the same in some instances because of the cost of living adjustment, the COLA raise based on inflation, the CPIW, the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers. I've talked about it before in the videos, but this is what we need to look at, okay? So right now, the most recent inflation report it's still showing that inflation is moving higher. In fact, the projections are coming in. We're looking at a potential 3% COLA as of right now. However, if we continue to see this inflation moving higher, like what we've been seeing over the last several months here, I anticipate an even significantly higher COLA than that. But again, we don't know quite yet. We can only foresee, we can only project, we can only speculate going into the future as of right now, but it's looking pretty good, okay? So anyway, let's just be conservative here and let's use a 3% figure. Again, it could be who knows what. We don't know yet. That's the problem, okay? But based on this inflation and looking like what it's right now, we could be looking at easily a 3%. So let's just use this 3% figure, okay? Now, let's run the numbers on this, and I'll give you the exact numbers as far as what this calculates out to. So if we were to get a 3% COLA for 2025, as in next year, benefits increased by 3%. If this were to happen, and again, we don't know what it's going to be yet, but based on these projections, we're looking at a 3% as of right now, okay? So applying a potential 3% raise to a $943 monthly benefit would increase your benefits by $28 a month. A month, by the way. That's well over, what is that, $340 a year? Okay, so it's not a ton, but it's not bad either, right? We'll gladly take that. But that'd be $28 a month extra to your monthly benefit, raising the maximum benefit from $943 this year up to $971 next year for 2025. And again, these are projections, these are speculations as of right now. We don't know what this is going to be yet. Okay, just want to make that very clear so there's no confusion about it. But if there were to be a 3% raise, that is what it would look like, okay? $28 a month and $971 a month as a maximum for an individual, okay? Now, what about a married couple? Again, $1,415 is the maximum right now. If we were to get a 3% COLA and to boost the benefits by 3%, that would take your $1,415 monthly benefit up to $1,457 per month, or a $42, not percent, that'd be awesome, sorry, $42 raise per month for an SSI couple receiving these benefits, okay? Which, by the way, $42 a month is, what is the math? A little over $500 a year more for a married couple. Again, that's pretty nice. An extra $500, don't get me wrong, $500 would be great. I think we'd all be pretty happy with that, even though I do totally get it. That is significant below where it really needs to be and all the details like that. Yes, I understand it needs to be higher than that, right? But anyway, this is what it would look like based on a 3% raise. If you heard my live stream the other day, okay, you know that in my honest opinion, based on the current trajectory, based on the trend here, I anticipate an even higher COLA raise, pretty much significantly higher than that. But again, we don't know as of right now. That's the problem right now, is we don't know what it's going to be. But based on the speculation, based on what it looks like, we could be bumping right around 5% by the time we get into those 3 very, very, very important months here. That's very, very influential. I mean, that's high, right? That'd be great. That'd help out beneficiaries a lot, okay? So it's one of these situations where it's like inflation is really bad. It's not great. We don't want high inflation. But at the end of the day, if high inflation means that a permanent raise comes into your benefit and boosts them, giving you more money permanently for the rest of your life, would that maybe kind of make sense? Well, then, yeah, it kind of like one of these situations where it's like, okay, fine, I can justify, a little bit higher inflation right now if it translates into a significantly higher benefit for me, all of us going forward for the next rest of our lives. That sounds pretty good, right? Yeah, exactly, right? So anyway, this is what it looks like as of right now, and this is what the projections are coming in, showing that 3% raise. Now, again, as I said earlier, if you are somebody that receives Social Security or retirement or SSDI or survivor, spousal, any of these other benefits like this, I had that video yesterday, and I talked about the details there, and you can see the numbers there that are broke down in that video. I would say check it out. But other than that, this is looking pretty good, okay? Now, I want to say this much as well. Remember, inflation is supposed to be going down. The idea and the work out of the Federal Reserve right now is down. They want rates to go, or they want interest rates to go down, and they want inflation to go down, but they're not going to budge they're not going to budge interest rates until this inflation goes down. So the problem is, this inflation is moving higher again. So the problem is they're not going to be cutting interest rates anytime soon. Now, I want to point this out again. If they continue to keep interest rates high like they have been for the last year or longer that they've been raising these interest rates, and if they continue to be very high like this for an extended period of time, it could really, really, really collapse this economy quickly, and we all know how that could go, right? The printing of money happens when the economy goes down. So that's a discussion for another video. I don't want to go down that road right here on this one, but you kind of see where this is going, right? So an interesting situation that we're playing out right here. Inflation is higher, and that means when inflation goes up, more money in the beneficiaries' checks also goes up because inflation is directly tied to your raise to your monthly benefit. Does that kind of make sense? So again, just want to continue to project this out further into the future because we need to look at inflation as a big picture here. What is the trend doing as we approach the 3 very, very important months? Again, July, August, and September. Those are the 3 months that are going to indicate how much your raise will be, okay? So leading up to that, we're seeing higher, higher, higher. So that's just what it's looking like. So anyway, I want to break these numbers down for you really quickly. I'm going to leave it at that for now. Again, if you have not done so, please subscribe down below. Totally free to do so. Big subscribe button. Also share the video with your friends on social media with the share button right down below as well. Next, go back and check out some of the other videos here on the channel. I have thousands here in the video library or down below in the description or the top of the comment section. I've hand selected some videos for you there. Check those out. Otherwise, right now on your screen, you'll see some videos popping up. Check out one of those videos as well. Yeah, make that selection now. Check out the video there. And until next time, have a good one. Take care, and I'll catch you again later in the next video.